Welcome back to the channel, and on this video I'm going to take you through my process of designing a March Madness logo. Now, there's a little idea, a little icon, a little design, a little logo that I wanted to do because, it is March and I almost completely forgot about March Madness because it's probably mad that they're even trying. And I wanted to come up with something for the occasion, so check it out. Now, what I like to do, as you should know by now, is first get the idea down on paper, start sketching things out, figuring out what concept do I want to go with and how I think that would work. I go with my grid paper so I can, play with the dimensions. And I came up with, well, since March is the anniversary of when everything shut down last year and, them trying to move forward with these tournaments, I'm going to go ahead and make a mask and then put the basketball in the mask with the little bracket inside the mask. So once I got that down on paper and it was kind of satisfied with the general direction, then it was time to go into Adobe Illustrator. So I started with my sketch, and I got my sketch, but basically sent the photo to myself and then put the sketch in the Illustrator, then started. What I like to do is do things very symmetrical. So I make the shape on one side and get the shape on one side the way that I like it, and then just copy and flip and then move it over to the side and then merge them together. So I merge those paths together and, making sure everything is equal and make sure everything is lined up the way I want it to. And then I take that and then I start working on the inside. So at first, what I do is make everything with no fill in and everything's a stroke, just so I could see where the shapes line up and how I can make the lines, work on the inside the way I want it to. So I kind of align everything in the center, and then I make everything a black stroke, and then I go ahead and start building out. So the first thing I started to build out were the straps, the ear straps from either side of the mask, and then made that so everything's good there. And then I started on basketball. So on my sketch, I actually had the bracket going up on the top and the bottom, but then I decided it would make more sense and be more easily visible, more easily recognizable if I went ahead and had the brackets on either side, left and right, and have that come into the center, have like the center line there, and then go ahead and have, the up and down line, and then that builds out the basketball on the inside. Now, with building the basketball on the inside, I went ahead and made a new layer beneath the mask. So basically, picture how you can have the color shapes beneath the shapes that don't have any fill-in. So the fill-in is actually a shape underneath. So it gives me a lot of control visually. So I start colorizing and coloring everything in and kind of messing around with strokes and messing around with how I could play with the colors of everything. And then I wanted to make a pattern. So I actually have a pattern on the mask just to make it a little more dynamic. Some of the decisions I made here just to make it a little more dynamic. So I actually use a clipping mask to make sure that those stripes only show up on that colored part, on that light blue colored part. And then after I finished, I threw on the March Madness 2021 text there, and there you have it.